Another one. Last one. Yep, that's deep. G'day YouTubers, I'm Dodger Mohr and welcome to my channel. So I'm in Gembrook, yeah, Gembrook's an outer eastern suburb of Melbourne. Just sitting here in a nice little park here, taking in the scenery. Sorry about the screeching from the cockies. There's not much I can do about that. That's wildlife for you. But yeah, it's funny because like, yeah, a year and a half ago I was in the same area and I created my first YouTube video. And basically that video was from Gembrook to Powelltown on the SWM. And I can't believe, like a year and a half later, yeah, I finally reached 1,000 subscribers, and I would really like to take this opportunity to thank all my subscribers and viewers for their support, comments, thumbs up, a thumbs down, you name it. Yeah, greatly appreciate it. Anyway, today I'm going to be doing a ride from Gembrook to Powelltown, very similar to my first video, but maybe taking a bit of a different route. So let's hit the road. So we're just going through the main street of Gembrook. It's only a small little town. To the left of me now is the train station for Puffing Billy. This is the end of the line for Puffing Billy. There's an old garage there, a nice old car. A few people around. There's an event happening here, and yeah, normally it's not this packed, and the market's on as well. So yeah, this is a pretty popular area for motorbikes as well. A lot of road bikes come up this way because it is a nice ride up through the hills from Belgrave to Gembrook via Cockatoo. So it's just a small tar section, and then we're going to hit some dirt. Gembrook is renowned probably for, I suppose it's a farming area, and Powelltown, where we're heading to, is known for its timber yards. So yeah, it's a lovely day today. It's a bit on the cool side, but at least the sun's out and it's not raining. We've had a fair bit of rain over the last week, not as bad as what New South Wales have had, but still a fair bit of rain. So the tracks might be a bit on the muddy side. Okay, so this is where we hit the dirt, and we shouldn't hit tarmac till we get close to Powelltown. Now I'd like to apologise for not being able to get videos up lately. My last video was 2 weeks ago. Life's been pretty hectic. I've had a few issues with my mum in her aged care and the COVID-19 injections. Yeah, she's been a little bit stubborn, so I've actually had to go in there and have a bit of a chat with her, and yeah, so I've been pretty busy with work as well. Yeah, sometimes, you know, life gets a little bit tough every now and then, but yeah, I'm out on the road now, and I'm going to have an enjoyable day. What a beautiful countryside this is, eh? Lovely. Okay, we're about to enter Kerf Kiln Regional Park, which is where I did my video 2 weeks ago, but I won't be going through the Kerf Kiln area because basically we've already done that. But yeah, it's a nice little ride through here. There's a lot of little side tracks and roads that run off here. Now if you hear some rattling in the video, I've just got some extra tools put underneath the seat. I should have wrapped them up in a cloth or something like that because they're rattling around at the moment. It's quite annoying, but oh well, when I get home I'll fix that up. Oh, corrugations, here we go. Okay, we're going to take this little side road here. Let's see where this one goes, eh? I know it heads in the same direction as where I want to go. Yeah, this is a nice little track. It's actually a little stream just down over there, and it's following that, and there's quite a lot of ferns around. Nice big tall timber, and a few of the tracks have been closed, which wouldn't surprise me. Getting close to winter now, they tend to close the tracks off. But yeah, look at these beautiful ferns. Lovely, aren't they? This is an absolute gorgeous area, and it's not so far away from Melbourne, which is fantastic. Now, I'm going to chat about this bike, the Kawasaki Versys X300, for off-road conditions, and I'm reasonably happy with the way how it performs. Yeah, it's really good. Admittedly, the tyres I got on here are an absolute rubbish for dirt. They're not too bad on the road, but yeah, as far as on the dirt, and especially if it's wet, just no traction at all really. And I'm probably going to find that today, but I'm going to try and test this bike's ability plus my own ability by taking on some small little tracks. Hopefully nothing too dramatic. Oh, look at that. Now this is something that really pisses me off. What the hell is wrong with people, you know, you're dumping shit like this, right? And yeah, eventually you'll find parks will close, you know. If people continue to do shit like this, please, you know, make an effort. Go down to a friggin' tip, for God's sake. Okay, so if this road looks familiar, well, I came here last week, or 2 weeks ago, went past this same sign here, Kirthkiln Park. But yeah, if you follow this road all the way to the end, it comes to a T intersection, and if you make a right hand turn, that'll take you into Kirthkiln. But we're going to be making a left hand turn in the direction of Powelltown. I've just come across this little single trail or track I'm going to try and take. We'll see how we go. Worst case scenario, I'm going to have to wheel the bike out again. I was going to come up through the other access, but it's just too muddy and I know I'm not going to get traction up through there. Yeah, I'm already slip sliding away. This red clay or clay, when it's moist, is an absolute nightmare. So yeah, let's see where this track takes us, eh? A bit of fun, a bit of off-roading. Okay, let's see how we go through here. Oh shit, that was deep. There's a bit of water around, that's for sure. Okay, this is looking interesting. That's one out the way. Another one. Last one. Yep, that's deep. So the little Versys is doing alright so far. Just have to go at its own pace, I suppose, don't I? If it was a dirt bike, it's a little bit different, isn't it? Oh, there's the main road again. Okay, back onto the main road. Yeah, the Kawasaki Versys is, it's not a dirt bike, it's a touring bike. But you know what, you can actually do quite a fair bit with this little bike. Obviously it's at its own pace, especially on like single trails and stuff like that. I mean, there's a bit more weight that you're carrying through those single trails than in comparison to a dirt bike, and the handling obviously is a difference as well. I mean, the suspension on these are not as great as a dirt bike, and I wouldn't expect it to be, but I mean, this is basically a great touring bike, lightweight touring bike anyway. Okay, we've got a small little tire section here. Oh, there's a car coming. Okay, we're getting onto B-Neck Road. B-Neck Road, eh? B-Neck Roads everywhere. So yeah, I'm gonna probably drop the bike off for its 6,000k service pretty soon. And when I do get the service done, I'm actually going to get the front sprocket changed, and obviously the tyres as well. I just don't think these road tyres are any good on these dirt tracks. They're okay if you know, if you're taking it nice and easy, but I've got a big trip coming up in 10 weeks time, and I do definitely need to change the tyres for that trip, so I most likely will be doing that when I get the service done. So if anybody's got any good recommendation for good off-road tyres for the Kawasaki Versys, please feel free to leave a comment, because I'd be only happy to check them out. I've got a couple of tyres on mine, Continental Wild Anarchy, I think it is, which is what I've got on the SWM. But yeah, Tractonators are the other ones, but yeah, we'll soon find out. Now, how's this? There's a little cemetery here, and they've got a nice little, so if you're ever in the area and it's dumping down rain, just come to the cemetery, because they've actually got a nice little carport that you can actually park underneath. But this cemetery is in the middle of the forest. So yeah, we've been going in and out of the Kirkhill Regional Park. So this track will take me up towards Bunyip State Forest, and then from Bunyip State Forest I'll be able to get down to Powelltown. Now this is a bit of a rough little section, but it looks like they've actually graded it, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, she's a little bit slippery on this stuff here, this bike, especially with these tyres. Trying to find the dry stuff. Whee, slippery, slip sliding away. Whoa. And it might not look to you on the footage, but this is actually going uphill. It's not a steep one, but still a decent climb, and especially because the tracks are a little bit moist in areas, traction is an issue. I'm more worried about the front washing out on me in these muddy sections. I don't mind if the rear flicks out a little bit, just put on the power. When the front starts to slide, it can be a bit harder to control. Ooh, a few rocks around. So we've just made a left-hand turn off Beanak Road, and this track will go past Split Rock, which is where there was a rock along the trail or along the road, and for vehicles or especially big trucks to get through, they've had to blast the side of the rock. So rather than trying to move the rock, yeah, they blasted the sides off, and that's it just in front of me now. Like, it looks pretty wide, but I would imagine if you had a big truck, that is a bit of a tight fit, because as you can see, they've got rock on the other side, and you can see the drill hole marks there on the rock. And I take it that's what they would have done. They would have drilled holes into it, put some dynamite in there and blow the whole side off. Cool. So now this is at the top of the hill or top of the mountain, and from one valley going into the next, we're now heading towards Powelltown. Oh, let's have a look at this. Now this is looking interesting. Oh no, this is really slippery. Shit. What am I doing, Roger? Very slippery. Fucking hell. This is a road bike, Roger. Holy shit, what have I put myself into? No, I'm stuck. This is not good. Oh well. Let's assess the situation. It's not as if I can turn around real easy around here. No. She's going down. What were you thinking, Dodger? Now, and check the tyres out. She absolutely chockers. Oh, this is going to be fun. I just can't get over that log there. The back wheel's just slipping all the time. I might actually have to turn the bike around, and that's a little bit difficult in here too because it's quite tight and slippery. Oh well, we'll work it out. Okay, here goes. Interesting. Oh shit. Oh man, I didn't realise how slippery this was on the way in. Sort of don't feel it when you're going uphill, but going downhill I'm sliding sideways a little bit. I just got her in first gear, letting do a lot more engine braking than me touching the brake, because if I touch the brake it's not going to grip at all, it's just going to slide. Oh fucking thank Christ for that. Oh geez, that was an effort. I won't be doing that in a big rush. Time to clean these tyres. Get the shit out of them. They were totally clogged up. Yeah, I've been on that track before with my KLX, and in dry conditions, and I didn't realise that how steep it actually was in sections. But this is where the track actually comes back out again. So yeah. Well, anyway, let's head off to Powelltown, because that's absolutely buggered me. So this is one of the roads that runs through the Bunyip State Forest, and yeah, we're just going to do a hairpin turn here, and we should be a stone's throw away from Powelltown. So Mount Beenack Road. There's something crawling on my bloody lip. I don't know what the hell that is, but I'm gonna have to pull over. Well, I just pulled up on the side because I felt something crawling on my bloody lip. And it's a fucking leech, would you believe? Must have got that when I was stuck in the bush. But now we're heading down into Powelltown. This is the main dirt road that goes into Powelltown. Won't be taking any more side tracks, understandably. I think the last one took it out on me, having to turn that bloody bike around. Yeah, I'm glad that yeah, this is not the SWM, because I tell you right now, I would have been struggling to turn her around in there. I mean, this bike was reasonably easy to spin around on that little single trail. It did help the fact that it was quite wet, and I could actually drag it along the clay, the wet clay and all that, and all the debris from the trees made it nice and slippery as well. So that made it a little bit easier, but in the same token, it still took me a good 5 to 10 minutes to spin that bike around. So final verdict on these tyres going dirt: don't do it. Nah, it's all part of the adventure, isn't it? Oh, it looks like they've logged this area. Last time I came up here, you couldn't see anywhere down the valley, so you'd be able to get some good views here. Normally when they do these tree clearing, there's some really good tracks in there, but I don't think I'm going to do any of that today. They're going down this main road down into Powelltown from up the top there. Mount Beenack Road. Pretty casual road. It's nice actually, because it's got some nice cornering in it. I prefer actually going up hills than down, but on this bike it doesn't seem to be too bad going down, because you've got a lot more engine braking, which is good. Don't actually have to use the brakes as much. Well, yeah, we're nearly into Powelltown. You can see some paddocks down there now. As soon as we get down to the main tar road, we're just going to make a right hand turn into Powelltown and call it a day. Okay, so we're out of the forest now, and this is the main road between Nuji and Yarra Junction. So we're heading in the direction of Nuji. Okay, we're now entering Powelltown, the timber town. That's what it's renowned for. And I think there's a little carriage thing here. Well, let's just have a look. Ah, there you go. So this whole area has been logged for many years. I mean, that's pretty old. But yeah, welcome to Powelltown. Yep, to the right of me you got the timber yards. And I think the football oval's just around there as well. There's not much to the town. A lot of it's actually closed. But there is a pub here. And it looks like there's a few bikes there as well. Okay, so we're going to be stopping here. I'll grab something to eat. So I'm at the Powelltown pub. Cup of coffee. And a cherry ripe for my efforts. I'm absolutely knackered. Okay, on my way home. That coffee was extra good. I actually had a double shot coffee with 1 sugar, went down a treat. Okay, only 15 k's to Yarra Junction, so I'll be heading home along the main road, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you all later.